This is Kiefer. I'm a medical doctor, and in this video, we will be covering and memorizing all of the important facts about the trochlear nerve by going through a simple visual mnemonic. We'll look at functions, cranial exit, nerve type, and the trochlear nerve's numeric name. We'll be taking these words, assigning them images, and placing these images within a narrative, allowing you to recall them easily with greater retention. We're calling this one the Tropical Clear Islands. Tropical clear for trochlear nerve. As we can see here, there are 4 islands, which is nice because this will serve as a reminder that the trochlear nerve is the 4th cranial nerve. But how are we going to travel between these islands? Feels only right we should have a boat. And what a relief. It has a motor, which means A, we won't have to row the boat, and B, it can demonstrate that the trochlear nerve has purely motor function. Most boats use flags to communicate information. Our flag says Lake Superior. And thank God this isn't a geography video, so we'll use this to represent the only muscle that the trochlear nerve innervates, the superior oblique muscle. Now, every boat needs a captain, and every captain needs a direction. So, where's he going? 50 meters ahead, there's an exit for superb fish, which you may recall is our reoccurring symbol for the superior orbital fissure, the cranial exit for the trochlear nerve. Wait, did I say we only had one passenger? How could I forget the ship's mascot, a duck? I probably also forgot to mention that the captain is depressed and speeding away rather quickly. These little side details neatly cover all of the eye movements controlled by the trochlear nerve: abduction, depression, and medial rotation. A duck for abduction, a sad face for depression, and a rotor that turns inwards, or medial, for medial rotation. No wonder the captain's down. He just passed this grave, reminding him of his own fleeting mortality. He'll get over it. This grave, however, is a simple cross, reminding us that the trochlear nerve decussates, or crosses over, before innervating its target, the superior oblique muscle. This means that the right trochlear nucleus innervates the left superior oblique muscle, and vice versa, which is rather uncommon among cranial nerves. Now, what are tropical islands without tropical animals? Here we see a turtle with an exotic brain-looking shell. This brain-shaped turtle sitting in the middle of these islands near the bottom of the screen should remind you that the trochlear nerve originates in the midbrain, near the inferior colliculus. These 2 islands near the bottom of the screen do look a bit like the inferior colliculus, which should serve as an additional reminder of the trochlear nerve's origin. We're hanging out by the water, so there's a few more ducks around. Nothing too unusual. Actually, wait, hold on. I forgot to mention that this is a pirate grave, and it's cursed. As a result, all the birds on these islands are forced to stand on each other's backs. Yeah, I know, weirdly specific curse. But it actually works out pretty well for us, as it illustrates an important clinical sign of trochlear nerve paralysis, vertical diplopia, or double vision, meaning patients with a trochlear paralysis will have double vision that is projected vertically, and it will often get worse as the patient looks downwards. To compensate for this, the patient will often tilt their head away from the affected side. In this case, the affected side are the birds standing on top of each other. I don't know how it works, but I think it just does. All this talk of curses, we'd better at least take some precautions. So we'll add a life vest on the boat to remind you that the trochlear nerve is one of the efferent motor limbs of the vestibular ocular reflex. Life vest, vestibular ocular. Vest, vest. And that's pretty much the trochlear nerve, which functions include innervating the superior oblique muscle, which is responsible for medial rotation, depression, and abduction of the eye, all of which contribute to the efferent motor limb of the vestibular ocular reflex. Cranial exit, superb fish, representing the superior orbital fissure. Nerve type, well, what was powering the boat in the tropical clear islands? A motor. And finally, you'll recall that there were 4 islands in the visual mnemonic, representing that the trochlear nerve is the 4th cranial nerve. If you found this content useful, and you're interested in seeing more in the future, go ahead and like the video, or subscribe to the channel. I promise, I won't tell anyone. Otherwise, thanks for your time. See you in the next video.